The rooster is awake. The sun is not up yet. I'm waiting for sunrise to take that very first step this morning on the Camino Francés. This is a spiritual walk for healing from past pain. Every step that I take, they say you come to the Camino to get what you want. And this is what I'm hoping for all of us. That we can heal from past pain, because I believe that it influences how we behave, and it hinders us from being open to new possibilities. So let's all heal from that. If that is what you need, then take this walk with me. Every step of the way, it is for you too. All right, everybody, so today is the day. I need to go and scale a mountain. The first day is the most difficult day, and I will do my best. So let's go and walk the Camino Francés from Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Good morning. In France. Let's go. Buon Camino. Here goes the first step. Here we go. Oh, I need to listen to music. Indian Summer Sky by U2. It's a poem. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of music. All right, this is it. Let's go. Okay, so I'm obviously doing this voiceover on day 2, and if only I knew what I was walking into on day 1. But the way I've been recording is not going to work so well, because it's too many hours and it takes up too much time, too much battery power, too much disk space. So what I've decided to do is speed up most of the video very fast when it's just the same road. You have to pace yourself, so I'm walking slower than normal, but also use time lapse more. And then maybe if there's something, really significant along the way, switch over and do like a short video for you to see what that looks like. And the first stretch up to Orisson was an absolute nightmare. It is very steep going up, so you take a few steps and you just run out of breath. And it's a whole 8 kilometers to get there. So going up for 8 kilometers, very, very steep 8 kilometers, that's was quite the challenge. And when I got to like the restaurant and the hostel, I spent 2 hours there just to rest before I continued with my day. Just to give you an idea how long it took me to, feel rested again. So it was quite challenging. But yeah, regardless of how the footage came out on day 1, I hope you enjoy the views to show you exactly what everything looks like. And when I interact with people, I'll also do it at normal speed so that you can get a little bit of a feel for the Camino. But on all the sped up pieces, there won't be any sound. So they will just be quiet, and then you'll see a little bit interesting things and interaction with some people along the way. So yeah, this is day 1. And now I can safely say on day 2, I survived. Okay, so one of the things that you have to bring is water. You can't find water along the way, and you sweat quite a bit. I had I had about 4 liters of water on me because I have a camel pack in my backpack. And I had to fill up pretty much half of it again at Orisson. And I literally ran out of water by the end, about 5 kilometers away from the end point. Oh, this is interesting. So you will see all these markers, and then you know where to go. And look at this pole. You find this everywhere where people put like stickers, you know, of them being there or whatever. So you find these everywhere, and that's how you know how to find your way. So it's at this stage, it's clearly marked, you know where to go. It's really not difficult to navigate the route. Now you can also cycle the Camino. I'm not sure if you're only going to stick to the road or if you also go off-road. That I'm not sure about. But when you start out and they give you your Camino passport, you say whether you're going to cycle it or whether you're going to walk it. I haven't seen a lot of people cycling it, and I have seen them pushing up their bicycles on this mountain, and I think that must be even more difficult than just walking it up with a backpack. So, but it can be fun, and I think if you have limited time, a lot of people have to put in leave to do it. It's a 32 to 35-day walk, but I believe, you know, if you're going to cycle it, you can easily do it maybe in 15 days. So most people can do that if they have to take time off of work. Now, at this point, the walk is still, you know, level, and it's beautiful. The sun just came up. It's a cloudy day, which is not going to make good pictures along the way. But still, it's better. It's nice and cool. Not cold at all, but cool. And yeah, a very nice walk. I think going forward, when I switch over to time lapse, it will be better. I will see how those videos come out. I look down quite a bit as it gets steeper, so I also try to adjust the camera on my head to make sure that I get you some great views. And yeah, the big hill is coming up, and I will actually give you some statistics so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about and why day one turned out to be so insanely challenging. If you look at that guy walking up, you can see how steep this is. It's very, very steep, and it keeps on being that way for such a long distance. But up ahead, I think this is a sign where it says how far Santiago is, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, just the next town, yeah. This is where I'm going. Ronchavá. And this is the killer. 3 kilometers, then we're done with the uphill. Okay, so if you're thinking that I'm exaggerating, look at this. This is what it looks like. This is what I'm walking today. And if you look over the summit to the right, you'll see there's Ronchavá, and that is from this lowest point all the way up. Now, they didn't explain that it was just, you know, going uphill all the way. They said at Orisson it flattens out and then it goes downhill. If I knew it was going to go all the way up, I only discovered this app this morning on day 2. So I wasn't aware. I was given the wrong information, and that's how I ended up doing all of that. Now, to really put this into perspective, because I've hiked up Table Mountain, and Table Mountain is 1,000 meters. So if you look at this again, you will see that Orisson is approximately there at 1,000 meters. I thought, okay, that's fine. So that's basically hiking up Table Mountain. But then it turned out to be like 1,400 meters. And I mean, just adding that, you're already tired, you know, your legs are already shaking. So wow. It is the toughest hike I've ever done in my entire life. Okay, so this is where things started going wrong, because I am mentally prepping for a 3-kilometer uphill walk. So I'm pacing myself for it.
in my mind, in 3 kilometers, I can catch my breath again, and then it's going to be a flat side. If I knew that I had to pace myself differently or mentally prepare differently for the day's walk, it would have been very different. However, it's the first time also that I'm using walking poles, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Maybe, learn how to use it properly. I've watched a few videos on how to use them, but I never practiced with them. This is the first day that I'm using it. And I saw the one lady wearing gloves. So luckily for me, I got my cycling gloves with me. If not for that, then I would have had blisters on my hand. So that helped a lot, wearing gloves. And I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces from yesterday on the road. That's Irene walking up there. And so the poles really help to take the load off your back with the weight. And it also helps with momentum. So it propels you forward because you're using your arms, it was very helpful. So what to expect when you get to Orisson, there's a hostel there, but you have a lot of people doing a walk and everybody wants to stay there. So make sure that you pre-book that. And you can use it, you can book on booking.com, or I'm sure you can research and find more information. But also they have like a takeaway section of a restaurant where you can order the snacks and drinks, anything that you can think of. They also have a restaurant menu where you can sit down and have a really decent meal. So they have toilets there to freshen up. So you just have to get there. There you can refill your water bottles, freshen up, have something to eat and drink. So that was quite a nice spot. That's where I spent about 2 hours. If I knew I didn't have that much time, I would have left earlier.
Okay, everybody, so an update. It is not just the heat and the humidity, but it's quite a steep hill. Luckily for me, I trained in a Mamsum so hills like this were basically part of the gig. But having a backpack like this on my back, what's your comment? any final words?
Before you die.
Buon camino. Say hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
Sweden.
Ah, excellent. I'm from South Africa.
Oh.
I am the only South African according to records on the trail at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah. Go South Africa.
Yeah, South Africa.
Okay, so far so good. Say dumela. I haven't had breakfast yet, and I'm still not going to eat until I get to the flat side, and then I will stop for an hour or so, and I'm going to switch out batteries and everything now. So yeah, an update for how it's going so far. All right, let's keep going.